but you've got to be able to, you know, like, these Zerglings are really good against Thors, not so good against Marauders, and okay against Marines. It's one of those, if they can get to the Marines, they'll kill them, but a lot of times, you know, the Marauders shouldn't be in front. So, if you can micro them around and get to the Marines, they will be able to take out the Marines. If you can't, then, you know, you're just going to die. So it's one of those, it comes down to how are you controlling your guys. And I've read some reviews and they say it's all about economy, all about build order. No, it's not. Yes, someone that has an understanding of build order and is able to get an army out really quick is going to have an advantage. But two equally skilled players, it comes down to unit control and army composition. Are you scouting? Do you know what your opponent is making? What are you making to counter it? And how are you controlling it when you get into the battle? Because good players are not going to give you the option of just, oh, okay, I'm going to make all roaches, so all you have to do is make banshees and you'll win. No, they're going to make a balanced army like this. Or like this. You know, you've got Colossus, which deal with a lot of the light units. Stalkers, which deal with, you know, air, in case they come in to try and, you know, fly in and kill the Colossus since they can't fight air. And sentries for map control. Pretty good. You know, Zerglings are very good against Stalkers, horrible against Colossus. So, looks like they are, the Sheik and C team is coming in here to take out Jeroth's new expansion. So Jeroth is really kind of messed up right now. He's still got his production down here. He is making some Immortals in it. Wow, it looks like he lost his other robots facility. And he's got, yeah, he's going straight Immortals right now. And this is what you don't want to do. I can't say I blame Jeroth, really, because he's in a bad state right now. And he knows that he's being hit by Thors, Marauders, Marines, and Stalkers. Well, Immortals aren't a bad shot. Immortals are good against Marauders, they're good against Thors. They're weak against Marines, and they're not so good against Stalkers, but, you know, with good micro, and he coordinates with his ally here, who's getting, you know, Zerglings. If Zerglings can hit the Thors, and the Immortals can hit the, you know, Marauders, I don't know what they're planning to do about the Marines and Stalkers. I mean, the Zerglings can get the Stalkers as well. The Marines are probably going to be what tips the favor, or the fact that they're so much bigger an army. But if we look at the production tab, not the production tab, crap, what is it? Resources? There we go. You can see that Sheik has 139 supply versus, you know, well, now it's just dropping. But Sheik had a much bigger army demo now. This is not very... The Marines are up front, that's not good. It ended up not being so bad in that battle because they were fighting the Immortals, which is what they want to do. So here we have, this is much better. You've got Zealots, you've got Probes up in front of Colossus that just died. But they were doing a good job, they were taking out, and it looks like, yeah, that Colossus did it all deserved. It looks like, yeah, Sheik won as well, so this is probably going to be the end of the game. I can actually see right down here how far along the game is. I'm going to be putting an overlay to keep you sneaky people from seeing. But yeah, it looks like Jeroth has lost his last base. All he's got left are these guys right here. So that's not good. Oh, and he's going on the run. He's taking his 5 probes, and he's going to fly somewhere and make up a new base. He would probably like to get this high yield, but since these rocks haven't been cleared away yet, he can't, because those 5 probes are not going to be able to take out that high yield with those rocks behind. And it looks like we've got a GG, so Sheik and 13 managed to take down Frozen Void and Jeroth. So, and it looks like everyone's left except for one person. Well, 13 left, so it looks like Sheik is going to stay around and say, no, I'm going to kill all your buildings. Bloodthirsty Sheik. But I'm not going to sit here and watch. To summarize, for anyone who has not played Starcraft, or doesn't know about Starcraft, or just is a Starcraft noob, we've got, basically what this game came down to is, honestly, I won't say good scouting. Normally, scouting is really important. We've been leading with the other was doing. They kind of stuck to the same thing. Jeroth did really good harassment, but he kept with the same units. And so what eventually happened is that an army that could beat those units showed up as a base. Honestly, I do think Frozen Void and Jeroth stayed too basic. Frozen Void had Hydras and Zerglings, which is okay, but he didn't use them together. The Zerglings went in, and the Hydras went in, and you really, with your armies, you want to be, you know, controlling them together. Let me just go ahead, so you guys are watching something a little more interesting than nothing. You know, the Zerglings went in, and the Marines and the Colossi killed them, and the Hydra went in, the Thors killed them, and plus, Jareth was just going for Stalkers the whole time. So, you know, the enemy, you know, Stalker-Zealot combination is superior. Stalkers are good against Zealots if they keep moving, but they're, you know, once Zealots get charged, I actually don't know if we had for 10 charge. So, I don't know, guys. But anyway, pretty good game, pretty good unit composition. I do think that, yeah, once again, we've got Marines out in front. Don't do that, Sheik. Obviously, game's over, so it doesn't matter now. But pretty good unit control. I did notice a few bad things at the time. Sheik kept running his units across the, you know, whole map and then having to run back. You know, occasionally the Stalkers would outmaneuver them. Overall, I would say the edge goes to Jareth and Void in terms of unit control. But in terms of like macro and army composition, edge goes to Sheik and 13. Because they, you know, it seemed they didn't expand until they absolutely had to. Jareth and Frozen Void, that is. Whereas Sheik and 13 had a good unit flow. They, you know, they were never really knocked on their heel. They got harassed a lot, but they always kept resisting. So, a bit of harassment moved out, took out one of the guys, and then one thing I will mention, I kind of mentioned it during the game. Sheik did a really good thing whenever they were pushing. They also made that expansion with the high yield, and sure enough, the push worked. They kill off the expansion. You know, Jareth and Frozen Void got put on the defensive, and at this point, at the end of the game, you'll notice the high yield is mined out. So, and yeah, as almost 10,000 minerals. I know I say you don't want to have that many, but when you've got the high yield mined out and it's the end of the game, not going to fault you too much. So, good fight and good night. I'll see you guys next time. Anyone wants me to commentate one of their games, send them my way. Later, guys.